Hi everyone, my name is Max from Fill the Gap Education, and today I'm going to be talking about the typical attitudes towards money that people have in society and why these typical attitudes are wrong. And then I'll go on to talk about what the right attitude is, the attitudes that we all should be having towards money and personal finance, and also how to achieve it. So sit back, relax and enjoy. I've been talking about and looking into finance for a long time now. I give lectures to schools and to workplaces about financial education, and the word finances or banking or personal finance even, they often spark two very different reactions. On the one hand, you have people who hear the word finance and they go off on a tangent about how they're going to make so much money from Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies or investing in day trading and whatever it might be, and they say they're going to do all this by sitting on their sofa and making loads and loads of money. And they think it's easy and they can talk about it for days. You have the other people, on the other hand, who get a little bit scared and worried and don't really like talking about it and think, oh, it's all a bit confusing, I can't really understand it, and so I just don't really bother, even though I would like to know more, but it's all too much. Actually, both these opinions are completely wrong, and to be honest, there's a lot of misinformation out there which needs to probably be put right. Now, finances can be a stressful thing in our lives. They can cause a lot of mental health decline. If you struggle with finances and struggle to pay the bills every month, that's very stressful. And so it's important to not have an extreme attitude either way. It's important to have a balanced approach to finances. Much like with any stressor in our lives, we need to have a considered and measured approach to it. And finances are really no different. They can be completely simplified, and there's a lot of talk and mystifying features around finance, but when it comes to us and our paycheck every month, there are some really simple things that we need to know to make you feel comfortable and to realize how little of financial education there is out there. I'll just tell you this quick stat. 91% of people struggle and find that their personal finance has a negative impact on their mental health. 91% of people. So basically, that means that the people you think don't have money stresses, Hollywood actors, football players, they all will struggle with their finances. It will be causing them negative impact on their mental health, no matter how much they're earning. And so it's not the quantity of money that you earn, it's the attitude that you have towards it. That's what's important. And when you understand it and when you have a basic foundational knowledge of money and how it works, then you can be in that 9%, the 9% that actually feel comfortable when it comes to money. And hopefully through education, that 91% is going to be much lower in future. And I think we will get there. But it's important to understand that having more money isn't going to necessarily take away your money stresses. What matters is your attitude towards it.
And a good attitude to have is one that is comfortable and confident. And that's what you get through financial education and through learning about the basics of money.
And there are some really simple things which you can do with your money to take away a lot of that stress which impacts people's mental health in a negative way. And the best example of that is actually my granddad. My granddad, he grew up in Morecambe, which is a small shrimping village in the northwest of England. His family had no money. They weren't exactly a wealthy family. It wasn't a wealthy area. However, he wanted to be a teacher. So he went to university and got his qualifications. Back then it was free to go to university, and he became a teacher. Our teacher salaries, much like now, are nothing special. You don't earn millions of pounds in teaching. And yet I look at him now and he has a very, very lovely house worth a lot of money in a very nice area. He goes on holidays a lot and he lives a very good life. I quizzed Grandad and sort of thought, how did he manage to do this? You just wouldn't think that he'd be able to get there. And the fact is that he learned some very basic fundamentals and was able to actually build a pot over time, which just managed to compound and him tidy little returns every single month for 50 years. That equates to a large amount over a long period of time. And now, in his retirement, he's able to just basically live off the interest that he earns, which is a great place to be in. But it wasn't the fact that he had a massive salary. It wasn't the fact that he did like extra work and got paid millions of pounds for starting a business. Nothing to do with that at all. The fact is he had these fundamental skills, and the fundamental skills which are just aren't commonplace, but which are so easy to grasp.
So you're probably wondering what these fundamental skills are. Well, they are the 4 skills of income, investing, spending, and borrowing. with the bonus of habit forming and self-discipline, the more psychological side of money. And in this series, I'll be releasing 4 or 5 videos which go into the details of these 4 areas, which give you the fundamental skills. I actually like to think of it a little bit like a Greek agora, where the 4 pillars of income, investing, spending and borrowing make up the core structure, but then there's an overarching skill of habits and self-discipline too.
That's the goal, right? We want to have a position where we're comfortable with money, we have a good attitude towards it, a positive attitude, and where actually in the long run it is compounding and it is giving us some returns, so that we have the freedom to do what we want. And so it was actually with Grandad in mind that I was inspired to actually start Fill the Gap, to fill the gap in mainstream education and in life, where people don't really have much of a knowledge of finances, when actually it's not that complicated a topic. Simplify it, demystify it, and to actually give people the skills to be comfortable and confident when discussing it. It's not about becoming rich, although with these skills you probably will become rich, and if that's something that you do want, then you can get there. But it's not about that. When you focus on that, you probably have a toxic attitude to money, and you'll be in that 91% that are constantly stressed out, even if you have loads of money. So it's not about that at all. It's about being comfortable and confident when it comes to money. That will be the essence of all of my videos and all of the learnings that I give on financial education. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Please like, please comment, please subscribe and share on any other social media. Cheers.